Now? Now? So we're back for a truly live Princess Rod 4 Live 2. So we've done 3 Princess Rods before. We did it live once during the pandemic, and we've caught and fish 2 of the 3 times. So here's the thing with the Princess Rod. Taylor Atlee, who used to work for us, this was his prized fishing rod, and when he moved back to Tampa, he left it behind. This is a Disney Princess Kit 18-centimeter rod with 6-pound tests, and as you can see here, we're going to be using a Rapala split back rainbow trout, and the goal is to catch a fish live on the Princess Rod. So we're going to walk over across the street, and then we'll talk a little bit about what our strategy is in catching fish today. We're going to be fishing for rainbow trout or brown trout. I've lived here my whole life. It's about 9 brown trout to every 1 rainbow trout. So most likely we'll catch a brown trout, but we might get lucky and catch a rainbow. And once in a blue moon, you might get a cutthroat out of here. Let's go across the street from the BCC Live studios. So we are going to walk 100 meters south from the BCC Live studios. And we're going to cross Canyon Boulevard here, hopefully safely. Hopefully safely. Here we go. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, watch your step there. I'm feeling pretty good. We got one thing that's working against us is that it's mid-June. Runoff just peaked about a week ago, so the river's really moving. We've got, well, a rod that Taylor felt was the good length, but I think it's a little bit short. So we're gonna have to work around the currents, and then if we get a fish, we're gonna have to land him quick, because if he gets out into the faster water, it might be hard to land him with a small rod. I'm hoping we can catch a fish on the first cast, so be careful going down this hill. So typically, I like to cast right here, but it's moving fast. So what I'm gonna do is walk down in the water and try to get it into that slower water right there. And then if we can't get anything, we're just gonna start heading downstream. Typically, if you're fishing for almost any river fish, you want to fish upstream because the fish are facing upstream and you can sneak up on them by fishing upstream. But the water's just way too fast today to fish upstream. Nothing on the first cast. So we're gonna mix it around and we're gonna try to cross that current. It's going a little too fast. Getting a little worried right now.
So now Dave can't hear me right now.
I think that's my third cast. So a little discouraged, I'll be honest. So we're gonna move downstream a little bit. I'm still trying to get under that tree over there without getting hung up with this precision fishing pole.
So Dave can't hear me right now, but he talked a mad game before this broadcast started about how he was going to catch it on the first cast. We're on, I think that was the third cast. Not even close yet.
Did you get that cast?
That was nice, Dave. It was a good cast. Also, I was just told by our producer, fourth cast, which means that was just the fifth.
Uh-oh.
Dave right now taking his nice hokas where they weren't ever meant to go. I think he got his line hooked.
I'm snagged up. All right, let's go downstream a little bit. Not a great start. If you turn around and look that way, there's a couple small pools, and we're gonna try to hit one of those, but anywhere the water like eddies up is the place where the fish will be sitting on a day like today.
Hey, Dave. I think you're going to have to explain the banana hat because we got one waiting for you at the office.
Did it come?
It came.
Is somebody bringing it?
Hey, will somebody run that banana hat over here? On its way.
So, probably a bad omen, the banana hat. So the banana hat you wear because you got the monkey on your back, and that's when you're not catching any fish. It's been 6 or 7 minutes, but I personally thought we would have one by now. So we're gonna go downstream a little bit. We gotta walk a couple hundred meters to get to the next eddy pools. But the good news about the next eddy pools is where the bigger fish are, which I was hoping not to hook. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah. That's a thing of beauty. Why don't you go ahead and slap that bad boy on?
How is it? It's the banana hat.
Beautiful.
I got the monkey on my back. Let's see if I can get this thing off.
Let's see if he can get it off in one cast.
All right, let's head downstream.
All right, heading downstream.
I was hoping this was going to be like a 3-minute broadcast. So I'm a little disappointed at the start.
We had a bet going. I said if you could get it in one cast, I'd shave my beard.
I honestly thought it was going to be. So if you look in there, how fast it's all moving, there's just limited spots that we can get this lure. It's lightweight. It's meant to go just below the surface. So if the water's too fast, it pops out of the water, and trout don't go for that. Like that might trigger some kind of bass or something, but trout see that as fake. So hello. Always wanted to have a fishing show.
I think you got to catch fish for that to happen, right?
Listen, we're 2 for 3. Let's keep going down.
I feel fairly confident in saying you are currently the most watched live fishing broadcast on Facebook at this moment.
At this moment. We might be able to get in down there, but I don't want this broadcast to last forever. So let's go down here. Watch your step.
Do you mean to make a pun with broadcast? All right, Dave, I just heard that you're on cast 12 right now.
Oh no, see, it's tangled up. That's not helping.
I'm gonna come around the other side of you, Dave.
That's not helping. There we go. Yeah, having a little issue here with my lure. It's like I said, it's just moving fast. There we go.
So how are you feeling about your lure, Dave? You think it's tracking properly, have the right action?
Yeah, you're talking about tackle confidence. I'm using a rainbow trout, and we talked earlier that it's probably 1 in 10 fish in this are rainbow trout. So might have been a better choice to use the brown trout, but they're hard to find. They're hard to come by, at least at McGuckin's where I shop for tackle. Here we come on, baby. Can feel good action on my lure. All right, we're gonna go down again in the next spot. If we don't catch anything, we're gonna call it a loss. And I guess I'll wear the banana hat for the next year. Seeing if there's anywhere else I can get this thing in. So one of the things, usually, if the river's not moving so fast, you can cast upstream, but it's really hard to cast upstream because you have to reel so fast to get action. And that's not fooling anybody. All right, let's head down.
All right. You know what, Dave? You know what time it is? I think it's time that we throw to a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Someday, the Princess Ride. Grown men, children's bites. A ride down Flagstaff Mountain. The Princess Ride, coming soon.
All right, so we're back. Was that just the Princess Ride promo?
It sure was.
Well, I hope some people out there will join us for the Princess Ride. Okay, so here's where we're gonna go in. If you look across the river, way too fast in the middle. So we're just gonna get a little 10-foot section on the other side of the river where our lure is gonna work. And I'm thinking they're hanging out in there right now. We'll see. Yeah, that's not a good sign there. That was a perfect cast right where I wanted it, and nothing. Here we can see the lure, so we'll get to see if there's any followers. If I had some other tackle, I'd probably switch at this point.
How's your confidence right now, Dave?
My confidence is as low as it can go as far as if I'm going to catch a fish today. Which I wasn't going to admit this, but I came out here yesterday and Melinda was there, and I do have video to back it up, to just make sure I wasn't the river. So I used to live right across the street here, and so I fished out here hundreds and hundreds of times, and I just wanted to make sure that they were biting and stuff, and I caught a fish like in the first 2 or 3 minutes, and then just said, okay, this will be easy tomorrow. So you never know. And you know they're in there, they're not liking what I'm throwing at them today.
Oh yeah. Well, to all of our viewers up on Facebook, be sure to answer the poll we have going on right now.
And that was a good cast.
Fishing pole.
No
Thanks,
bites.
Dylan.
No bites, no fish. And it looks good. I don't know if you can see that. I'll bring it right through here again so you can take a look at it. It looks good. It's got good action. You can see it right there. Doesn't look like a fish to me, but apparently it doesn't look like a fish to them either. I'm holding my rod down to keep my lure in the water because it's moving so fast. So I'm gonna take a couple shots upstream, which is gonna be hard because it's moving so fast. Oh, and see, that's just going too fast. I can't keep up. I think the next poll should be, should we call it a day?
That's actually the pole that's up right now.
Or should we go to the next pool?
People are getting to decide if you keep going or not.
If I can get into that dark water over there, the problem is that if you go too far, you lose your lure, and it's too high to cross the river to go retrieve it. But if I can get in there, and it's just going fast, but there's plenty of action on the lure in there. We'll take one long shot downstream occasionally. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, well, this has happened a couple times before, believe it or not, so I kind of have a strategy.
I don't know if you guys can see that in the studio, but his line's hooked on that tree right there.
Right next to that other fishing line.
Uh-oh.
This could be the end of the show.
Could be the end.
Oh!
Yeah. That's a pro right there.
All right. We're going to take just a couple more casts. We haven't had, I think I might have seen a flash behind the lure earlier, which means a fish turned up at it, but I haven't felt any contact.
Look at the face of concentration right there.
Disappointing.
Those beautiful Oakleys catching the sun.
There we go.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
And look at that. We said 1 in 10 is a rainbow trout, and we caught a rainbow trout. So one of the things about all trout, or all freshwater trout, is they're really delicate. So one thing you want to do is make sure you get your hands wet and get the salt off your hands, and then also have some kind of tool so you don't have to handle the fish. These are called hemostats. We want to get it out and get him back in the water as soon as possible, which is not happening. There we go.
Got out.
So it's great to like pick your fish up, take a picture and everything, but especially these small river trout are super delicate, and just because you see it swim off isn't always a good sign. Isn't always, not a good sign, but isn't always mean they're okay. So get your hands wet, get down, don't pick them up, don't drag them on the shore, don't drop them on the ground. All right, one more cast, and then we're gonna call this. I still have high hopes about this dark spot over here. I've caught 6 and 7 pound brown trout out of here, out of that spot specifically. And I really thought I would have better luck there. So let's give it one more. Nothing. And usually you'll see flashes, you'll see fish turn up at it and shoot at it, and we just didn't see that today. But we did catch a fish. I don't know if they were counting. How many casts did we have?
Hey guys, how many casts?
I'm gonna guess like 35.
25, Dave.
25
casts.
So, you know, that's not terrible.
Yeah, could have been a lot
Princess
worse.
Rod, I want to thank Shakespeare, Taylor Atlee for giving me this rod, Oakley, and Hoka. Sorry, Eric, I had to use them as river shoes today, but they're great river shoes. Like I noticed walking along on the rocks and stuff, that was probably what I was afraid of most, was falling down. So, all right.
How do you feel now that you caught one? What was the experience like?
Can take the banana hat off because I don't have the monkey on my back anymore. So I'm going to take a victory lap here on one more cast.
It's got to get that clean victory lap with
See how that's on the surface? That nothing's going to happen when that, and it's probably tangled. So, and all you're doing is scaring the fish away, and there it untangled. Snagged up. Gotta go that way. If I fall down here at the end of the broadcast, I'm gonna be super disappointed.
I won't be.
So as I was walking over here, I could see lots of fish scattering. So they're there, they're just not liking what I'm giving them today.
Well, Dave,
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
You want to send us into our rollout?
Yeah, let me see if I can get my lure back. Look at that. It's a pretty good stick right there. All right, well, that's it for Princess Rod 4 Live 2 last cast. I said that before, but this is really it. Come on. That's it. I'll take one fish on a Friday afternoon during work hours. Join us again in the next couple weeks for the Princess Ride, where we're gonna take this same line of the DisneyPrincess.com line, and they make bikes, and we're gonna ride them down the backside of Flagstaff on Chapman Road. Princess Ride #1, probably not live. That's it. Get out there, get some fishing in this weekend.